Bonjour, bonjour. When we first embarked on this renovation, we didn't understand how important the milestone moments would feel. Finishing the facade of our Paris studio was a big one. Getting electricity
I felt light. There's light.
and water was another. And getting engaged recently was probably our biggest milestone to date. On this week's episode, we embark on a new milestone, the first interior transformation of the master house, where we transform this moldy room from this to this, to be able to host some special guests in Paris. Stay to the end to see the final tally of your votes in previous weeks, as we have struggled to choose a name between the guest wing, garden studio or artist studio for months. And we finally have an answer. But for now, let's head upstairs.
This has been our room of doom since we moved in 6 months ago. And we moved in such a rush that we just put everything upstairs. There was no heating, no lighting up here, an absolute mess. And we've been waiting till spring to do a huge clean, a huge organization of our things. But now I have a deadline because I have 2 wonderful friends coming to stay and they're going to sleep in here. So it needs to be not dusty, not moldy, not gross, and clean. We do have some lovely furniture and things buried in here somewhere. Find it and just making it feel nice, because it doesn't feel nice right now. So then I think, how do I start this? To move everything out, to clean it, I would mean I'd have to move it somewhere else. And the somewhere else is the other side of the house. We have the exact same room in the cemetery on the other side. And so then I think, so I should clean the other side first, so then I can move this stuff into a clean room, and I kind of clean back to front and make my way to this room.
Yep, let's do that. You know it's bad when you need to vacuum the walls before you can even disinfect them.
Okay, I'm not going to lie to you, this is taking me way longer than I first imagined. And I'm sure you're thinking, why on earth didn't you move everything in lovely boxes and have it all organized and prepared? We actually left in a big rush from our last project, the cottage, to this one. and we had to get out very quickly. I had the keys by I think 11:30 in the morning. We were renovating by midday. And it meant we literally threw everything into our van, got it across. It was the depths of winter. It was really cold. My sister was here from Australia. She helped us so much to get it in. And that was just the point, just get it in and we'll figure it out later. We said we'd put it off till springtime when we actually have light and we can actually see what we're doing. Actually, if we ever do another project, I'm never doing it like that again. Oh, that's looking better. Now for the cleaning part. I've actually decided to call in the heavy artillery. I've got some friends from work who have offered to come and help me clean, just be a few extra pair of hands to be in for a house tour and to get their cleaning gloves on, and then I'll give them a bit of lunch to say thank you. So hopefully that means we'll meet the deadline. Very thorough. That, my friends, is clean. Yay! Yeah.
Done. Over one.
Number one, and now I need number two. Oh, it's lovely. It's a good distraction from the scruffy walls. They're clean, but scruffy walls. There's only one in there?
Yeah.
Oh man. That's why they were so cheap.
That's half price.
So I suppose the two will have to go on this window now.
Okay.
So perhaps you might be wondering what these lines all across the walls are. And Paul and I had a theory that these were the shelves that they had running across the entire length of the room. Paul had it confirmed that there was an archive in this house for the theatre, the arts that were part of the history of this home. And we think that this guest room up here was probably the archive room. So they would have had scripts and important paperwork and history and stories up here. And we think these are like the brackets, and the shelves ran across the whole length of the room, which is kind of cool. And it kind of explains like the structural elements of what's there.
So how was it being our first guest?
It's been great. It's been wonderful. It's been so nice. Oh, I love the space. I love the space.
Does it feel different than it does on the channel or anything? Or
Gosh, it's bigger. It feels bigger when you walk through it. And yeah, there's so much to the kind of videos you get pieces of, but when you see it as like one big piece, it's like, wow, it's very, very cool. And there's like really nice energy and a good flow coming through. It's just really nice.
thanks for staying with us. All right, the results are in.
Yes.
And I'm afraid to tell you, your guest wing came in last.
Last from the top.
Yes. Not well, it could be first from the bottom, if that's your silver lining.
I prefer that.
Yeah. And then we had some great suggestions for keeping a bit of a French theme with artist atelier or l'atelier d'artiste. And that didn't even get to the top. Actually, our most popular vote was the garden studio. So it was very warm and inviting. And he's not happy about this.
I suspect that someone lead the vote on one direction.
Not at all. I literally just opened up the comments. I promise.
Okay.
This came completely from our restorers.
Okay.
And it's true. Like, I think the garden studio has a really nice connotation.
Yeah, it's nice.
Coming off the garden. And I think we might use the inspiration to keep it a bit French for the master house.
Yeah, but I like this idea.
Yeah, our maison bourgeoise. We might keep it in the theme of the artist, because now we've discovered our archive room. We'll call it the...
La maison d'artiste.
That's nice. The maison d'artiste, the house of artists. And that way it kind of flows through the two. So as of now, we officially have the maison d'artiste to your left and the garden studio behind us.
And the exit is in this direction in case of fire.
Really nice. We're so excited, and we want to say thank you for being so kind, especially for our engagement and for your votes, and your comments always make us smile, and we really feel like we're on this with you. This whole experience of renovating and living in Paris, and it's been nice.
And we had so much nice comments.
We did. And we'll see you next time
in Restaure Bonjour. On Restaure Bonjour.